The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy. Never ever. Never ever. It's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're from.
It is a big idea.
No, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in poverty.
Right.
You should shell out.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
Please explain.
there you go.
That bathroom, man. Yeah.
What that in there?
Yeah.
It's dingy as fuck.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it looks like one of those, it looks like a servo dunny.
Yeah, it's a truck stop.
Yeah, like a truck stop one. Can you imagine this guy, like, gets his way with it for like a week? We come back.
Picking on me already.
No. Do you know why?
Just trying to take my notes and I'm just getting ragged on.
'cause I just pictured, like, this guy coming in. And it gets
Always
like
me.
the soft yellow light globe. You know, like the yellow globes that I got in my house. Like yellow light globe, just the towel perfectly folded over the rack with like the soap. The soap with like the flowers and shit on it. It looks like a truck stop. It looks fucked. It's just funny.
You can have a shower in there.
Yeah, no, why? Because you're clean and you've got a sense of design or whatever.
Sense of design.
Alright, what am I doing here, man? This is like a lucky dip. I got Raikkonen, I got Masindol Fort, and I've already taken 2 Nurophens.
Can Bobby have a little sip on that bottle?
Do you want the mother's milk?
What is it?
I love it. Can I have a sip on that? What is it?
What is it?
Alright, Raikkonen for a stubborn dry cough. Oh, I don't have that.
I've got a cough, man. I've been coughing the last week, nearly 2 weeks.
You need to start smoking, man.
But there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it like phlegm or anything.
Yeah.
It's just dry.
It's dry cough.
Constant
You got a smoker's cough.
It's like
and
a
you
smoker's
don't
cough.
even smoke.
It's like a smoker's cough.
So you might as well smoke.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
I'm telling you, you might as well go buy
Maybe
back.
smoking will fix it.
Yeah, maybe.
Clean it out.
Sound like Nick Nolte.
Clear the pipes out.
Nick Nolte, man. I haven't taken shit. I love this, man. I got Raikkonen, stubborn cough, dehydrocodeine, fucking cough syrup, and then I got a coffee, like a flat white next to it with 2 sugars and a Maximus. There's nothing but sugar and opiates. It's just... That's fucked. I didn't even get any cake.
Oh, I'll get you a slither.
Cake.
Good?
Yeah, I'll get you a slither. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Pretty good. It's just a soft sponge. Bit of cream.
Do you remember the cakes your mum made you when you were a kid?
Yeah, man.
They're always sponge.
Always.
Standard sponge, man.
Yeah. And sometimes there'd be no cream, just sponge, and you put the icing sugar on top. And you're like,
Coconut shake.
coconut shaving. And you're like, the fuck's this, man?
Yeah,
You just smash it in one sitting because it's so light.
Thanks,
Look at it on there.
I love it.
Not in his book.
You're such a hobo, man.
Now I'm looking at
And
the
he's licking his
Johnny just got
fingers.
me a slice of cake, but he went to put it down on my notepad.
Would have got cream everywhere.
Well, Nick brought us some cake and didn't bring any knives or plates, so I had to make do with what I had.
Wait, we had all those Christmas ones left over from the dojo. Where are they?
I think we left them at the dojo.
No, we would have brought them.
I don't remember bringing them.
Happy birthday cup.
What did I just use for a knife? It was literally like a little metal clip or something.
Oh, do you know what it was? It was the metal clip from, the white bar that I used to make the,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What do we call this? Like it's just a sound barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the metal clip that I ripped off in order to drill a hole through.
An old rusty metal clip is what I used to cut the cake.
You cut it.
Fat boys.
You
No
know what,
plates.
man? That brings up basic hygiene, right? I was talking about it last night with I've been talking about it actually for the last week.
Hygiene?
Random hygiene and random taboo, not taboo, but like
Practices? Hygiene practices?
yeah, hygiene practices.
Actually,
and just like
that's,
myths.
dude. It's kind of. I've always wanted to ask you boys what your shower routine was.
I shower every
Again
day.
with the shower routine. You just want to hear the part of I take my clothes off.
Yeah, I know.
Tell me more.
Scrub my bits.
Tell me more.
No, what do you mean? Like myths, like.
Yeah, do you know why? I was talking about travelling.
And then what part do you wash?
I was talking about travelling, man.
What's the soapiest?
And do you have a
What area soaps up the best?
do you have a problem? What gets the most lather going? He's writing notes.
He's him scribbling.
Then drawing like an artist's conception. The hell is that? Oh, that's you in the shower. What?
Doing the whole like hand to the hair.
Stop it.
The pubic region does always soap up the best though, doesn't it? Because you scrub it with 2 hands, like downwards.
What soap do you use?
What the hell are you doing in your shower routine, dude?
I use like a liquid soap.
Why is it that...
And it's in a bottle and it has like little granules in it, so it's like exfoliation as well.
Oh, actually, that reminds me of another thing I was going to bring up. Dude, I was going to ask you, it's funny you say soap now. What comes to mind when you think of St. Ives soap? St. Ives. Think.
Think of a movie for some reason.
A movie?
St. Ives? I've never even heard of that.
Because I remember once, a couple of years ago, we'd gone...
That's some Greek soap?
No.
No.
It's an American brand, I think.
No.
Yeah.
I
just remember...
Wait.
I was always in
hang on, he's got... Because I remember I'd gone grocery shopping once and you'd come with me like a year or two ago and I'd bought it and then you straight away said the one thing that I always reference it. Like in my brain, the smell of this soap, it's like that wholemeal... Yeah, the wholemeal fucking...
Like oats and stuff?
Yeah, oats sort of shit.
Yeah.
It didn't have that vanilla scent in it. Yeah. Wait, it's coming back to me.
See? I just remember because I bought it like a month ago and I just thought of this cunt straight away and then I remembered like...
What did I say? I said something about... I bagged another soap.
He bagged another soap?
Better not be an imperial leather.
No.
Do you know what the reference... I'll put him out of his misery. The reference was... He bagged like another shitty soap, right?
That part you had right.
Yeah. But then he always used to say the same thing. New York.
Yeah.
New York. St. Ives.
When we got to New York, when we first
in the
landed,
hotels?
we went to like a 7-Eleven or something just looking for... Because I said to him, okay, a lot of people, they fuck up when they travel, with your weight restrictions. Mm-hmm. From Melbourne, they start packing shampoos, deodorants, aerosols, all that shit. I'm like...
You don't need it.
Any country you go to in the world will have the exact same Oral-B fucking Colgate brand shit.
Yeah. Listerine, everything, all that shit.
All that shit. It's dead weight. So always buy your fucking toiletries when you land. Yeah, you don't need to carry like 3 kilos worth of fucking things.
I brought back some memories.
So then, we went, when we landed in New York, we were up near Broadway somewhere. We were just looking for like a 7-Eleven or a convenience store. We found one. I'm like, we need soap. And then it was like, what soap should we get? I said, we'll get liquid soap because we're going to be traveling around a bit. It's easier to carry, like, transport. Mm-hmm. And then we found St. Ives. Like
St. Ives.
Fucking the whole wheat.
Yeah.
And every time I remember buying it once in Melbourne, like 2 years later, and he just straight away said, New York, man.
Yeah.
It was a smell memory, maybe.
Yeah, it is. It triggers.
Every time I use that soap, it just reminds me of travelling through America.
Neural smell memory, I believe the technical term for that is.
The technical term with Dr. Bobby.
I thought...
The neural smell cortex, I believe it's called.
For some I was listening to one of our episodes, and you were going off about some medical shit, and I thought, here we have our resident, like...
with my bro science.
Yeah, our resident vitamin dude and chemist is you. Like, look at him. Carlton hoodie, hat, and bags under the eyes.
He's like, I'm tired.
That's talking medicine, man.
And the vortex.
No, I was talking about the hygiene factor, about the, like, just... wives' tales and like just common myths that are bullshit. I was going to ask you guys, I know your answer. Do you have a problem traveling through hostels? Like staying in a hostel, where like you might be sharing like a shared bathroom or whatever.
I wouldn't like it.
Why?
Really?
Because I like my privacy when it comes to the bathroom area.
No, privacy.
No, if you're having a shower, the door closes. They're just sharing a bathroom with people that you don't know.
Yeah, like a communal shower or bathroom.
I feel like they'd get pissed off because I'd be so long in there.
No.
Manicures and
grooming.
Nah, as long as
Can you imagine like a lineup of guys?
Bobby!
This guy walks out with his robe and a towel on his head, and he's sitting there coming out folding his nails.
Hey, boys!
Like all the guys are walking into the gym showers, have got like one little bag and a dirty towel.
I got a big duffel bag.
Suitcase.
He's got a purple towel with little flowers on it.
He opens a suitcase, there's just fucking clippers, blow dryers, soaps, lotions.
Hot water's running out, sorry, boys. That's how it would be. That's why I'd hate it.
No. But just in general, say you were traveling and you went through a hostel. Would you stay at a hostel?
Would you have a problem sharing a communal bathroom based on hygiene? Not because you take too fucking long.
Okay, based on hygiene, no.
You wouldn't?
No, I'd just wear thongs in the shower and I'll be right.
You wear thongs?
Yeah, like you do at a camping site.
Yeah.
You'd be fine with that? Mm-hmm. Because I was talking about it with...
I think they say to piss on your feet as well.
Yeah,
urine's got fucking ammonia and
acidity
shit, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it like neutralizes the germs and stuff.
Yeah, like if you have a jellyfish sting or something, it's the only thing that kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I brought it up. I can't remember who I was talking to about it, but we were talking about all that sort of shit. And I remembered when I went to Europe the first time by myself, I was just about to start the leg of like going to Amsterdam and all that sort of crap. And my auntie works for the Hilton, and she said, "Oh, I can get you cheap accommodation in Amsterdam."
Yep.
I said, "Oh, what's cheap?"
$2,000.
No, it was literally like 70, 80 euro a night.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is
for
great.
the Hilton. And I said, yeah, I go, that's fantastic, but I'm by myself. I go, I can't afford 80 euro a night. She goes, what do you mean? I go, man, I can stay in a hostel for like 30 euro a night.
Yeah.
Just for idiots, what's 80 euros?
Okay, I'll get you the live fucking thing. I've got
I think it's about 130-ish.
I have an app.
That's very cheap if that's the case.
Australian, 130
that's
Australian.
XE currency. It's
like the
great
same
app.
But he's by himself as well, so it's like if it was with another mate, you could split it. It's like $70.
Euro right now. Let's see.
What are we at, 70?
What do we say? 80 euro a night.
Yeah.
Would be $112.
Oh, so it's even cheaper than what I thought. Okay.
It's like the price of a budget motel room.
Yeah, this is like, yeah, exactly. A hotel room would be fucking 90 to $100.
Best Western.
But this was Europe 2009, right before the recession hit, like 2010, started 2010.
Yeah, we say at a hostel. That's like
she
$40
said,
Australian.
60 to 80 euro a night for a Hilton room. I said, that's a great price, okay, but I could pay 30 to stay at like a hostel. And my auntie fired up. She's like, oh, I've never stayed in a hostel. I'm like, why not? Like, trust her, you know, working at the Hilton for 20 years, you know, turn her nose up at hostels. I said, why not?
Those scum.
Yeah. And she goes, oh, it's disgusting, blah, blah, blah. I go, hang on, man. I go, have you ever stayed at a hostel? No. I go, then how the fuck do you know? I'd done hostels by that point, not all through Southeast Asia, but I had done a few. Man, our hostel in Cambodia, I was with my ex. We had a private room, double bed, TV, and private shower for like $20 a night.
That's mad.
And yeah, and like a basic breakfast thrown in, like just, you know, the toast, coffee, all that sort of shit.
Continental.
$20, man. Like, and I said, I'm not planning on staying in the room any more than it takes to like take a dump, shave, shower, and
Maybe have a quick sleep.
Maybe sleep for like 2 hours, man.
Wank.
Yeah, I go, if I, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing on my holidays.
No, he wouldn't do it outside the door while people are walking down the corridor, just like.
Bobby doesn't actually see the country; he just stays in the hotel, just lingering in the corridor,
Just doing laps.
Yeah, man.
He's digging his
I'm
head.
going to go see South America now, and just goes down to where all the Chileans are.
Just looks out the window. Okay, I've seen it.
You're fucked.
Yeah. Nah, hygiene-wise, nah. Not
Yeah,
an issue.
and when I said that to, I was staying with my cousin, like, for a couple of weeks, like, you know, a week later, I was staying with him for a week, and when I said it to him, because he's like, oh, how are you going to do the travel? Like, oh, what do you reckon your plans are? So I was telling him, and then I told him what my auntie had said, and his first reaction was, what, and she's cleaner than everyone else? Everyone out there is filthy except for her. Like, are you serious? And I sort of took it on board. I'm like, you might get the one scumbag, but that's like if you go to a restaurant and there's one dickhead sitting next to you, you're on a plane and there's one dickhead sitting next to you.
Yeah.
You go to the footy, there's one dickhead sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Most people have got a sense of themselves as far as like courtesy, hygiene, manners, you know, and especially when you're traveling. Like, because I stayed when I got to, I left Amsterdam, I was flying back to Athens, and then I just got off the plane in Frankfurt. I'm like, nah, fuck this. I'm not going anymore. I'm staying here.
Frankfurt.
Yeah, literally. And I booked a room at the Frankfurt hostel just because it was the first one that came up in Google. You know what I mean? Got there, and I was sharing a dorm with like 12 people. And most of them, like, it was all random travelers, like a whole bunch of Asian businessmen just doing transit on their own.
Couple of Swedish babes.
No, that was Amsterdam.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, haven't I told you that?
No.
When I
I can picture them now, though. Oh.
you're fucked. I guess that, after I tell this story, that's like, yeah, Duke leverage out. We're done. Johnny disappeared.
I need the toilet.
2:30. It's like, Johnny, you alright there? Just give me a minute. You've been there for 4 hours. Then you hear the shower run, like,
No, dude. When I got to, I had a friend who I used to work with, and when I left to go to Europe, she was emailing me, like, still, like, just asking where I was going and all that sort of stuff. And she said, if you go to, when you're in Amsterdam, stay at the Bulldog Hostel. I go, why? She goes, trust me, just do it. And I think I might have said this to you, like, earlier podcast. Yeah. And I got there, and the hostel was smack bang in the red light district.
Yeah, I do remember now. Yeah.
When I got to my room, I was
rings
waiting.
my bell.
I was waiting for a friend of mine to come in from Denmark. Yeah. That's a great song.
That's a great track.
Remember the film clip? That was like full early 90s, late 80s. Yeah.
Ring my bell.
Yeah, bad. I remember some chicken like activewear. Yeah,
that's
I remember. Yeah, it was some blonde, some really tall bubblegum blonde. Yeah. I was waiting for a friend of mine to get in from Denmark right? So I've given her is the address. Like, I'm staying at the Bulldog. She goes, all right, done. I'll do the same one, and hopefully we get the same room as well. I got there at like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Colette.
Colette.
That's tough.
He's
That is sick.
Then you got Anita Ward, Ring My Bell.
Yeah, that was the original.
Yeah.
Colette was the one that we
Ring
used to
my
see as a
bell.
kid.
Yeah.
That was all over Video Hits.
Zealand born Australian based.
Still do music.
Apparently.
Probably get her down to sing a birthday song for like $50. She lives in Baran.
Happy birthday, dear Bobby.
You know what? I'm going to do it just for you, man.
It's like,
Colette.
Johnny, who's that? That's Colette, man. Who?
You know, the Ring My Bell chick.
Seriously. That's something random, man, to have at your like birthday or your wedding.
I'm looking her up to see how much she
Ring My
costs.
Bell chick.
I'm looking her up to see how much she costs.
Are you joking?
No, man, I'm on it.
She's got rates.
Here you go. Colette Roberts. Here you go.
$20 for a song and a blowy.
She brings a six-pack.
Right.
Just
Cigarette. Let's get this over and done with.
No disrespect to Colette Roberts or whatever it was.
No, I'm disrespecting her. I'm disrespecting her.
Shut up, dickhead. Like, she could hear this.
I love you, Colette.
You
I'm
know,
just
I'll be a
kidding.
cunt. I will actually
Please ring my bell.
I'll tweet her to listen to this.
Please ring my bell, Colette. I love you.
You're fucked.
I want to hear that song now.
Yeah,
Ring my
man.
bell.
Are you pulling it up?
No, I'm just looking for a Twitter.
Okay.
Here you go, Twitter.
She's on Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, done. I'll tweet after we'll do the episode. I'll tweet her and say, "Hey, get onto this." Oh, fuck. I'll make her image the actual main image of the thing.
Just her face.
Just her face. Nothing else. Like a Bowie album.
Yeah.
We were referencing Bowie before. What was I singing? We're
Major
talking about
Tom.
British Airways. Yeah, British Airways being stiff and
The
starchy.
starchiest airways in the air.
Let's the brown maroon seats. Yeah, we really should.
Wait, all the air hosts are definitely wearing sock suspenders. 100%.
and they're all men. They're all
100.
like
Reginald. Yeah.
Yeah, Reginald Butler, 60-year-old men. Yeah, so we should stop referencing shit that we've talked about like before when no one knows what the fuck we're rambling on about. Okay, hang on. Amsterdam. Anyway, I got to the room.
Oh, the bulldog.
Yeah, I got to the room and
The dirty bulldog.
it was a dorm. It was a room probably as big as this room.
Like is in our recording.
Yeah, where we are now,
Our
yeah.
recording booth area. Yeah.
No, not the recording booth, like the actual extended.
Oh, the actual-
room.
okay.
The booth itself is only 3 by 3 meters.
You might fit a bed in here, maybe.
2 beds and 8 cuts just stacked on top of it. Welcome to Hostel Life, boys. What? No, there was probably like two double bed sort of bunk things, and then just half a dozen bunks.
two prison bunks.
I've got photos. I probably have them on me now. I think I got a hard drive here with me as well with all the photos on them. I can show you.
Get to the hot Swedish chicks. Come on.
All right, man. Let me finish.
This guy's he's got the lotion out already. He's got the lotion out.
Get to Helga.
You can hear him rubbing his hands like.
Oh.
Gross, man. I said when I got to the room, I'm like finding my bunk, and like there's this American guy like packing a bag up or just getting into bed, and he's like, "Oh, I think that one's free." I'm like, "Oh, it's sweet, thanks, man." It was a guy from like California, just on his last leg of trip. He had like a 2 a.m. flight. He goes, "Oh, I got about 3 hours. I'm going to try and get some sleep." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, nice to meet you." He's like, good luck on the rest of your travels, blah, blah, blah.
Good luck sleeping.
Yeah. That's it. He falls asleep. I've like, the whole room just had random people everywhere, like half asleep. Cause you gotta remember, man, when you're in transit or when you're in hostels, everyone is in transit.
Yeah.
So people that might have just come in from like a 30-hour flight. Some people might have to get up in half an hour. It's really weird. So basically, after a certain time, you turn the lights off in the room and that's that. Everyone's just, out of respect, everyone's just quiet.
Yeah.
You don't just go in and start fucking doing what you want.
Can't start hammering.
Why does it just keep going back to that, dude? I'm trying to tell a nice story.
Get to Helga and Zelda. Come on.
My mate gets there, we go out and get a bite, we come back, and by this point it's like, say, midnight, and the room's already started clearing out, yeah? We go to sleep. Next morning, more people have left, and then the room starts filling up with people. By the end of the first day, I was in this room by myself with 9 other women.
Damn.
And when people fucking talk about hostels, especially dudes, I go, really? I was in Amsterdam for 4 or 5 days, I think like 4 nights, 5 days or something like that. I was the last one to leave that hostel room by myself. So basically, the room filled up in the first day, and it was just like a girl from Brazil, 3 girls from Sweden, 2 girls from Germany, like 2 Americans.
This is like an American Pie scenario.
Dude, literally.
I'm feeling.
No, I'm serious. And everyone got comfortable with me because I wasn't a prick. So like they were just fucking doing their thing. They didn't, no one hassled anyone. And that was that. And man, that bathroom was literally clean twice a fucking day, man.
Yeah.
Twice a day. And I was sure, and like my dad called me because I got a Dutch number when I got there. So he's called me. I've called him up. I'm like, hey, how are you? And I was speaking Greek to him. And he's like, oh, so where are you? I go, I'm in Amsterdam. I go, my mate's just got in here. I'm just in the hostel. I was like, oh, are you sharing a room with people? I go, yeah. I go, there's about 10 of us. He goes, oh, who are you sharing a room with? And I'm like, in Greek, I'm like, oh, I'm looking at 2 Swedish girls, 2 Germans, a Brazilian, an American, a Finnish. He's like, where the fuck are you? You leave me here by myself. He was just like some friend of his in the background. He's like, my son's in fucking Amsterdam sharing a room with like 9 other women. You son of a bitch. You got the balls to call me or like calm?
Oh, yeah.
Just to rub it in, just to rub it in. So get off the phone. So yeah, but that like, man, that was one hostel that I stayed at and it was fucking completely clean, sharing with like Frankfurt, same thing. Random transient travellers, businessmen, you know, everyone just does what they do.
So your experience with hostels has only been good, really?
I've not had a shit experience in a hostel, man.
Yeah.
Ever. You know, and man, you can go to like, and I was saying it, my point of reference was, I've stayed at the Bellagio and I've stayed at like a $20 night hostel in Rome. You know,
Shit,
where all
man.
I got was a bunk.
Same shit.
Same exact shit. How much time did we spend in the Bellagio, man?
We had pre-drinks.
Pre-drinks.
And then we slept for like 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 to 5 hours, man.
Yeah.
And we'd go downstairs to get breakfast.
And the ice machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the ice bucket.
Yeah, the ice machine. There was an ice machine in the hallway, and we were filling up the
Sink.
Yeah, the sink. We went and bought like 2 slabs of Coronas, and then
Walking through the Bellagio looking like rat shit with 2
slabs, and then we'd go to the ice machine with plastic bags, and there was that Mexican maid that was just staring at us, just laughing because we were like filling the ice bags up.
Spot the Aussies.
And literally, we had a mad setup. We had 2 sinks.
Yeah.
Ice, beers.
Yeah, because there was a bathtub and a shower.
Yeah.
That shower was massive. That shower was seriously as big as this recording booth, man.
It was huge. It was too big.
Yeah, it was fucking massive.
Did you communal shower?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
But like, it makes no difference. Like,
Yeah. Place to rest your head.
when we stayed in New York,
Oh yeah,
it was fine.
Yeah, we
Like,
did.
there was-
We did hostels in New York.
89th
That
and
was communal.
Amsterdam.
Yeah,
It was fine.
And that was communal showers as well.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying. Like the point of hygiene, like because my cousin nailed it right in the head. He goes, "What?" And they're fucking cleaner than everyone on the planet. Like, man, I've been to like my relatives' houses and they're fucking dog shit everywhere. Like, what the fuck's going on here, man? Kids, you know what I mean? Like crap on the walls, kids running around, toys, old plates.
Yeah.
How is that any more hygienic than some
Yeah.
poor dude just wants to shower and go to sleep?
Yeah.
You know? And that was my point. People have got this perception
Yeah.
of like, oh, hostels are fucking dirty. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
definitely.
Like that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, if they
They're
were
not.
dirty, because everything's so regulated now with like internet reviews and shit like that,
They have to be up
hostels
to, yeah.
don't advertise on TV. Their revenue comes from word of mouth and the internet. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get one shitty review and it's enough for someone to say, oh, fuck that. Or however bad the thing is.
Yeah.
Dude, if you get at any hotel room in the world and you find a hair on your pillow, just tell management, say, hey man, I want a new pillow. Alright, they bring you a new pillow.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know,
It's not a big deal.
nah.
Yeah.
Dude, you might find a dirty sock in your washing, you know, that you just happen to miss, and it sat like in your hamper for like 2 weeks.
Nick Minute.
Yeah.
Only said the 4 Seasons.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
that's why I was asking. Do you have an issue like
No,
hygiene wise?
Totally on board with that. And
Because like you said, you wear thongs in the shower if you're worried. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For me, it'd be just more the like people around me while I'm trying to sleep and stuff. I wouldn't really.
No,
I
no.
like my comforts.
Honestly, you don't even, dude, if you're tired and you've been traveling, you don't even notice anyone around you.
Nah, man.
Like, you go into the room, and if there's like 5 people sleeping in there, you just go in there quietly, go to bed, and go to sleep. That's it. There's no...
Do you remember when I got to Rome? I'd met up with this American mate that I'd met in Amsterdam, actually, and I followed her up in Rome like 2 weeks later. Like she'd gone to Spain and emailed me and said, I'm going to Rome. Do you want to meet me there? I'm like, all right, done. Fuck it. So I went from Germany back to Athens, left like 5 days later and went to Rome. When I got there, I found her in like this Irish pub in the middle of the night. And we walked out, and we were drinking. That's another story in itself, man. But when we walked out, like when the pub shut, and as we opened the door, like the sun just fucking hit us. But I was drunk and didn't know what that was. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's the sun. Like, what time is it? It's like 5:45. Like the sun was coming up. I'm like, Found my way back to my hostel. I literally I just like burrowed my way, like, KO'd on a bed, and I woke up like hour and 20 minutes later just to like yelling. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And there was these 2 chicks, like they're from the north, like up Queensland way, like real bogan spec, like they were lovely. They were a couple.
G'day, mate.
And they were fucking losing it because they had their bags stolen. But I was like half drunk, half asleep, didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what? I could just hear the yelling in the background. And they had their bags out in Rome somewhere. Some guy came up to them, asked them for like a lighter or a smoke. And
yoink.
Yeah, he took the lighter and walked away and then came back and then walked away again. And they looked down, their bags were gone.
Filthy animal.
Yeah, that's Rome, dude. Rome and Barcelona are the biggest hotspots for pickpockets.
We had to be careful in Barca.
Yeah, pickpockets. I heard that. Yeah.
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 We had to be careful in Barca,
I was like lying in the bed like, what the fuck is that noise? And then there was this other guy sleeping like in a bed next to me, and he was like this little meek kid from like San Diego or something, like just this little American, like this wholesome looking, clean cut, crew cut American. He's like, oh man, they're really upset. I'm like, oh well, you know, what are you going to do? He was just looked so worried, man. Like, oh, what should we do? Like, there's nothing you can do, man. Just go back to sleep. Like, it's over. Like, do you speak Italian? Do you know the cops? No. Well, that's it. They got insurance, hopefully, and
they don't. Well, then you
move along.
Yeah.
Like literally and that was another hostel, man. I was in that hostel for literally 3 hours. 3 hours, if that.
Yeah.
If that. And that's from me touching down, putting my bags, going to get a drink, coming back, getting an hour and a half sleep, and then leaving.
Yeah.
And the only reason I was there was because the place that my mate was in was booked out that night.
Yeah.
So I grabbed my bags and transferred to the next one the next day. Like literally. And that's hostel life, man.
You just transfer, man. You just book ahead and do what you can and...
Yeah. Like I had a mate who went traveling through Europe like 10 years ago, and he had like sold a business, had a bit of cash come in, so he's like, oh, you know, I'm going to go do like a massive, you know, Euro tour for like 3 or 4 months. And he had booked, I'm like, so where are you going to stay? What are you doing? He had like booked everything in advance and then just booked like the most expensive hotels in the most expensive areas, just like to sort of say that he was doing it. And I'm like, dude, you're a single guy like in your 20s, your late 20s. And you're going to go sit in like the most expensive hotel rooms by yourself.
And do what?
And do what, man? You don't do that, man.
Watch Foxtel.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're in New York, right? The hostel we first stayed at was in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So, what's the difference if we stay in a nice hotel in Manhattan?
You're in the
or a
hottest-
hostel?
yeah.
Yeah.
We're right there in the hot pot of...
In the thick of it.
Yeah. And every night, like, we'd find new people at the hostel.
Yeah.
Let's go drinking.
And
Fuck it.
we'd tack on whoever was traveling around. Like, dude, like the ambassador and, Jesse, what's his, was it
Jesse.
Jesse,
Yeah.
The two Canadians. They were, like, literally the next day, we hung out with them for like 2-3 days, and then oh, you know, what are you doing next? Oh, we're going to go to Philly, and then from there we're heading like back north or something.
Yeah.
You guys want to come to Philly? I'm like, I looked at him, I'm like, you go to Philly there. Yeah, done. We looked it up. Bus ticket was
Fuck all. It was
nothing,
fuck
like
all.
$20 or whatever.
So we caught a bus to Philly.
Yeah.
Had a
Right,
Philly cheesesteak.
had a
When it saw
Liberty
Rocky.
Bell.
Yeah.
And it saw Rocky.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, the Liberty Bell, all that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I had lunch with them, and then we came back to New York. Like,
Joe the jeweler.
but,
So it almost adds to the traveling experience.
So that's the point.
Yeah.
If you go to hostels, you're going to find like-minded travelers more often than not that will know, you know, the next places to go, the cheaper hotels,
Yeah,
the nicer
absolutely.
restaurants, shit that's in vogue, like shit that travelers would want.
Yeah, because when we went to Philly, I remember one of them said, "Oh, there's a nice Philly cheesesteak down here."
Yeah, like, go to this
and
one
like,
over
and it was
there.
mad.
Is it
Like,
as good as I've heard?
It was great, Yeah, but you have to have it in Philly.
Yeah.
It's just a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah. When I every time I've gone like on a trip, like especially when I'm by myself sort of thing, like on those legs, I'll be hanging out at the hostel and then someone will come in and like, oh, where'd you come from? Where you going? Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Oh, if you do it, here's a number, call this dude. He's got like cheap accommodation and he's close to this. Like,
So it's
everyone's
almost like
done the homework.
it's almost like having a travel guide, like for free.
For free.
Yeah.
And it's real people, not like, you know, merchandisers or marketers.
Yeah.
If you go to like the best hotel in the district, like the most expensive, they're just going to sell you
Yeah,
whatever they want to fucking sell you.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah.
Man, you need to grab your brother and travel the States, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
That you two would kill it. there.
That'd be a podcast on its own, man.
Yeah.
You know, GoPro and just fucking, it'd be funny as.
It's amazing. Like some of the shit we saw, man, just random shit. Like looking back and thinking, oh yeah, that's what happened. Or
Yeah.
like just
But that's what I'm saying. Like, people have got this big stigma about doing shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
hostels
Like,
were the best.
Yeah.
we met good people.
can't stay in a hostel because it's dirty. It's like, dude, some of the funniest
You
stories.
know what? And you're still friends with people that we've met at hostels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still get messages from
Yeah.
the ambassador. I still, like, Jersey girl got fucking married last year.
Dude, like Kai and stuff, I've still got on Facebook.
Yeah.
and they still talk.
Kai, the girls from England.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the American, right, that I went to Rome, caught up with in Rome, I met her in Amsterdam. Right, she was traveling on her own, like going through Europe. I can't remember what she was doing, but I met her in Amsterdam. And then, she emailed me while I was in Frankfurt. She emailed me and said, I'm in Spain right now, but I'm going to Rome. Do you want to come down? Looked it up, like on the net. I'm like, I can get a flight for like $200. Yeah, cool. I can make a room work for about €60. Yeah, fuck it. I've got that. But if I can pay for my accommodation and my flight, then I just got to worry about food. Like, big deal, I'll do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then when me and this guy went to New York, we caught up with her for lunch. You know, and we spent a couple of hours.
So random, man. Just like in New York, let's go for lunch. Yeah, son.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hostels bringing people together.
Dude, I'm telling you, and you
because
meet some
everyone's
good
in
people.
the same boat, bro.
Yeah, and you meet some good people, man.
Yeah, everyone's in the exact same boat, man. Everyone's like, oh, I'll get my shit stolen. Like, hang on. What are you going to be traveling with? Your silk suit and, like, 80 fucking engagement rings you've got, like, worth $500,000. Like, if you got that kind of money, you'd have a private jet.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be fucking traveling through hostels. You wouldn't be looking at it as an option. What do you travel with that could get stolen? And there's lock-up areas. You can easily put your shit behind the desk. If like your passports, you usually leave them behind the front desk where they got a safe, like in the wall. It's not coming out. Like fucking, what's his name, man? Val Kilmer in Heat couldn't get through it. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, there's a million hotels in the Amsterdam. No, they're going to target your passport in your hostel.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want. Your passport's worth money. Fuck.
Have you guys seen the movie Hostel, though?
Yeah, I have. It's a movie.
I don't know.
Have you seen Wolf Creek? It's a movie, man.
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's a fucking movie.
Sure, it's happened before, though. Easy targets in
Oh,
it.
of course, man. But
Are you sure it's happened? Man, I was seeing on the net the other day, man. In DC, look up missing girls in DC. The rate of missing girls in DC. Or Chicago.
oh yeah,
DC or Chicago, even New York, man. Look up the rate of missing people. Look up the rate of missing people in Australia. Hang on. Yeah, we've talked about this before. When people go missing, but we'll get the stacks up. Look, missing people in Australia. All right? People that just vanish, yeah? At the rate. In Australia, this is straight off Google, right? In Australia, more than 38,000 people are reported missing each year. 38,000 people. That's half the G. Like, that's half the Collingwood Carlton crowd at the G.
Yeah.
While most people are found within a short period of time, there remain approximately 1,600 long-term missing persons. Those who have been missing for more than 3 months. That's not hostels. That's just regular Joes going to work. Dude, 38,000 a year to go missing off the map. That's 1,600 to stay missing beyond, 3 months. That's a lot of people, man. Do we work with 1,600 people?
No.
Imagine everyone at the warehouse just disappearing one day.
Johnny likes
That's
that.
every year, dude. That's every year. What's the rate? Like 2 people a day or something? Like something stupid. Going off the radar.
Like when you travel to Thailand and stuff, where do you guys stay? Just hotels?
Hotels, yeah.
But not the best hotels, just accommodation-wise.
Just mediocre. Like,
Yeah, you know what? Those hostels would be just as good as the hotels you'd stay in Thailand.
Wow.
Yeah. Easy.
Just as good, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Dude, the hostel I stayed in Phnom Penh, in Siem Reap up north, we stayed in like not a resort, but a nice sort of hotel. No, you know what? It wasn't even a nice hotel. It was a dated hotel, but it was big and it would have been nice in the 80s.
Yeah.
But it was fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
In Phnom Penh, we stayed at a hostel, and like I said, double bed, private shower, private TV. $20 a night. Well, who cares? And what did I have in my bag that was going to get stolen? Like, not my passports that were either on me or at the security desk.
Sleeping with your passport and your jogs.
Yeah, up your ass.
Literally up there.
What did I have in that bag? Dirty socks, dirty jocks, and a couple souvenirs from
Take 'em.
Vietnam. Go nuts. Save me the trouble of having to cart the shit around.
And
You know
wash
what
my
I mean?
jogs.
Yeah. Have fun with those dirty underwear.
Commando. Runs around commando in Siem Reap.
Like, literally, man.
Let it breathe.
You should, if you're doing the hostel thing and backpacking, you shouldn't be traveling with anything that can't be replaced,
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Do you always carry your money on you when you go traveling?
It depends on what kind of trip, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when I was in Thailand last, I had pretty secure, like, hotels. I didn't stay in hostels. And I had a safe in every room. So
In the room, yeah.
Jewelry and the bulk of my cash.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm trying to think. A lot of it was electronic, man.
Yeah.
Because I paid for my flights and shit with a credit card. And that's the other thing that makes me laugh. You know, like people, when they go traveling, they have like their itineraries, literally have 5 kilos worth of fucking weight of itineraries, like papers and, like photocopies of.
Yeah.
Dude, if I show you the photos of like my itineraries, because sometimes I laughed. When I got to Rome,
Just a sticky note.
Dude, when I got to Rome, I literally had the directions to this pub written on my hand.
Nice.
That like literally just scrawled it like, blah, or like just found a scrap piece of paper out of a bin and just written down some name of some foreign street in like another country.
I'm thinking of a Simpsons reference here. Where it gets smudged or something on your
Yeah,
hand.
yeah. Dude, and like flights, man. Do you know how many flights I've taken where I've had no paperwork whatsoever? Just rolled up, handed my passport over, and then just walked in. Dude, that's all you need.
Dude, we were in San Fran. I think we've mentioned it before. I'm like, where do you want to go? I don't know, just go to Washington.
Yeah, because we couldn't go to Mexico because Pete didn't have a passport.
Yeah.
So we went to DC.
And then after that, we're like, what do you want to do? We've got a few days left. Do you want to New York?
Man, do you want to laugh? When we got to San Fran, we never thought we'd be in San Fran, but we got there. I lost my wallet.
We drove there.
We were riding bikes.
Oh, on the bridge.
Yeah, we were riding bikes. We were trying to get to the Golden Gate, but I lost my wallet. It fell out of the back pocket of my shorts.
Oh, killer.
So we've gone to like the cop shop or whatever to report it, and they're like, dude, like forget it. It's gone.
It's gone.
What did you have in there? I'm like, oh, I would have had like couple hundred bucks maybe, and my credit cards. Whatever, it's gone, write it off. Like I didn't lose my passport. Dude, I booked, this is how much of a nut I am. I booked our flight to Washington using the credit card number off a receipt for the bikes.
Yep.
Because they're like, oh, you should cancel your credit cards. I'm like, if I cancel my credit cards, I'm not going to have enough money to get to DC.
So that piece of paper was your credit card?
That piece of paper with just the receipt, thank God I didn't need the security information.
Yeah.
I sat at a computer terminal in this hostel, used the receipt to book the flights, and then I cancelled my credit card after we got there.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice, yeah.
I'm like, well, what's going to happen? What's the worst thing that could happen? There's fuck all money left on this credit card. Like, what are you going to do? Overdraft me $1,000? I'll just report it. So I booked the flights, made sure they got through, then we got to DC, then I cancelled my credit card.
Beautiful.
All I had was a receipt.
And we're like, well, we're in DC. Like,
yeah. Dude, I've so many planes I've literally gone onto, international flights with just a passport. Everyone's like, you need this, you need that. No, you don't. You don't. And it's more shit to complicate.
To worry about.
Yeah, and to worry about. Man, I've traveled with people and they've literally got this manila folder with all their fucking documents. Dude, like fucking receipts are shit back in Melbourne. Like, what's this for, man? Relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just staring like, why? And they're constantly looking at papers like, oh, there's this and that. Dude, just fucking...
It just makes you look like a confused tourist,
know
doesn't
what
it?
time your flight is, know where you're staying, and that's that, man.
Yeah.
And all that information you put in your phone now, like the cloud, you know?
Yeah. Well, your phones, you can even like pay with shit with your phones now. So, I mean, eventually it'll be just you have your phone, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it just adds more and more layers of complications.
Yeah.
And then you feel bad if you alter from the plan, like if you stray from whatever plan you've got.
that's the best.
Yeah. Do you know how many flights I haven't gone
That's
on?
when the magic happens, hey, Nick?
Dude, when you wing it, it's the fucking best.
Yeah. Do you know how many flights I literally have just missed? I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'm not taking that plane. Like, when I got off at Frankfurt, it was literally me just getting off the plane in Germany. I'm like, no, I'm not getting back. Get my bag because I'm not getting back on that plane. Oh, well, you're going to miss your flight. You can't have that refunded. Take it. It's €60. Fuck it. I don't care. But I spent a week in Germany.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And lived like sort of the culture. Like,
It's like, oh, we've got tickets to do some shit down south. No, we're going to go north. Why? Because we just found some cool cunt that's going to take us to some party or whatever.
Yeah.
Done. Who cares?
wake up and the next morning your kidneys are gone.
Yeah. You're
in an ice bath.
You're hanging from the butcher's hook up in the ceiling. Yeah, dude. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all these little, like, fucking, what's it called, man? Just those mothers.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I'm totally an unorganized person, so yeah, I'm kind of the same in that respect.
It's not about being unorganized, man. It's about having a sense of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Of your surroundings and your...
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you spend your entire trip with your head stuck in this holiday book.
Sticking to the plan.
Yeah, it's like, fuck the plan, man.
Yeah,
like,
fuck the plan.
Have an outline, and that's that.
Yeah.
We had no plan in America, man. We'd literally gone to cards like, where to? Literally. Dude, I never felt so, like, not lost, but it was just cool when we were leaving LA.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we pulled up in Santa Barbara, I got in the driver's seat, and it's like, alright, where are we going? San Francisco? GPS, San Francisco.
That's it.
600 miles. Alright, let's start driving.
I remember we stopped at 7-Eleven. I bought a hot dog, 3 packs of smokes.
Yeah, jerky.
And some jerky. Yeah, we bought some jerky.
Yeah.
And literally, it was like 50 fucking degrees out there, man. We were dying.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Let's go to San
and we
Fran.
stopped at San Diego, had some tacos.
Yeah.
And you know, just you do things on the cusp, like whatever.
Yeah, man.
Just
On
do
the
it.
fly.
Yeah, man.
That's
And
how I ended up at that fucking, did I tell you about that Gabba party that I went to? I was telling the rookie about it. When I was in Amsterdam, I met up with, a Dutch guy I used to work with. Like, I contacted him before I flew up. He's like, yeah, man, because I'm half an hour outside of Amsterdam. I'll come down. So he met up with him for beers, and then he came back the next night with his van. I should still have the photos on my phone. I'll show you. Picked me up, picked the American that we'd made friends with, and my Finnish mate. and he had a mate of his. We drove like half an hour out of Amsterdam, landed in like a village, right? Like a full Dutch village with the pointed houses.
Yeah.
It's the middle of winter, yeah?
Yeah, sweet.
And we've got like 2 other girls in tow from the Bulldog bar. One worked there and one was her friend. So there's like a group of like 9 people, 7 people, totally randoms. Like, you know what I mean? The only connection we had was I knew the Finnish girl because I met her in Cambodia, and then I knew the Dutch guy because I worked with him in Melbourne while he was travelling. Walked for like 20 minutes through this village, and then I'm seeing like boats and shit and water. I'm like, where are we, man? He goes, oh, it's like an old port, but like they bring a lot of busted boats here. Like they just dump them here. I'm like, okay. So where are we going? It was a warehouse party, right, where they play Gabba. I've talked about this before. I brought up remember the hardstyle thing?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We got to the warehouse. We went to the warehouse, full guys at the door, dogs, you know, like what he's doing here. And I saw something that most tourists would never ever see, like an underground fucking rave in the middle of Holland somewhere, like, you know, half an hour outside of the capital city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only reason I got there is because I had the nerve to actually contact a Dutch guy that I used to work with like a year earlier, and we kept in contact. Like he did the same thing I did. You know, we still used to talk after he left.
Yeah.
You keep your networks, man. Like, people are powerful.
Totally paid off.
Absolutely, man. That's the... dude, I can't...
Yeah, and that's something I'll have like forever. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of my trips are like that. Like a lot of the people I've met, even if I don't speak to them anymore, man, I still remember what I did. And just, you know, shit I saw. Like I was saying the other day, like someone said to me they'd never seen snow before. And I said, I've seen snow. Like have you ever gone to the snow?
Yeah.
You went as a kid, yeah?
Yeah, as a kid, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen snow there?
Never.
Never.
I'd love to go this year. Just even for like
Yeah,
a
I've been saying
weekend.
it as well.
We'll go to a cabin and we'll rent a cabin just for the weekend. Okay, see, so I've never seen snow in my life.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, the last time I saw snow was Europe.
I've always had a fascination about snowboarding. I want to snowboard.
Yeah.
I've never seen snow, but I want to snowboard.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man, I'd seen snow as a kid, but when I got to Amsterdam, it started snowing briefly, like just flakes, and I was losing it. I'm like, this is mad. And the Finnish girl that I was with and the American are just looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, it's snow. Like, this isn't snow. These are flakes. Okay, yeah, but dude, like, I live in Melbourne. I didn't see snow. And go to Finland. Have you seen Finland in the middle of winter? Or like, you know, DC or...
White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they had the whole white Christmas thing. Then when I got to Germany, I landed, and as the plane was flying over Germany, I could see snow everywhere, and I started getting amped up. When I got to Germany, I landed in Frankfurt, and I took a walk with this Aussie girl from Melinda just around the block. She was just showing me where some shit was. And there was snow everywhere, like on the ground. It wasn't snowing, but there was snow. And I was like tripping out. She goes, yeah, it was pretty bad like last couple of days. I went out on one of these nights with this girl from Singapore and went to some random hip hop club, right? So it was like the most random mix of people you've ever seen. Like who in Germany goes to a hip hop club? You know what I mean? So it was just a lot of travelers, a lot of like just randoms, yeah? We came out of there at like 4 or 5 in the morning. And the snow was just pummeling down, man.
You're like, oh.
And I was just like, whoa. Like, we walked into this club at like 11, come out at 4 or 5, and there's just snow everywhere.
And you're smashed.
And she's from Singapore, so she hasn't seen snow like that either. And we're just like tripping out. Like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Did you do a snow angel?
I did a snow angel in Stuttgart on Valentine's Day.
Oh, to impress a bird, no doubt.
No, I wasn't impressing a bird. I was in Stuttgart with my mate's missus at the time. And he contacted me. He's like, "Where are you?" I go, "I'm in Germany." He's like, "Man, go down south to like where his ex or whatever lives, and you know, see if she's free." I'm like, "Oh yeah." So I messaged her. She's like, "Yeah, I'm free in like the next couple of days." So I remember someone had asked me what I'd done for Valentine's Day, like what I've done in the past, and one of the things I remember was being in Stuttgart on Valentine's Day, walking around this like Central Park sort of thing.
That's pretty cool.
And she's like, "We're gonna make snow angels," and I was like, "Are you serious?" She goes, "Yeah, man, it'd be fucking cool. Like, you know, you're in Germany, like, do it." Like,
Yeah, you gotta do it.
yeah, so we're making snow angels and shit, like crap like that. But I remember snow vividly, like it was around me 24/7.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
The only reason I was there was because I just got off a plane. I'm like, now fuck this.
But we should go like end of June, July kind of thing. Probably June. We should go up to like Bulla or somewhere.
It's expensive though. That's the thing.
If you've got a group with you though,
yeah, you gotta get a group.
Yeah, you gotta get 3
Imagine
bedrooms.
sharing a room with him. You'd be so fucking anal about everything.
Bullshit. You could be in the bathroom, man. You'd have your fucking lotions lined up.
You'd live there. We're still emptying the car, and he's lining up soaps,
And he's got his little candle holders. He's
lighting up the tea tree light. The tea candles, man.
Could you imagine him? I'm sorry, Johnny, but you know what I can see? I can see him coming out with the whole robe and the towel on his head, and then going to the window because you can see the snow, he makes some sort of hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Sets a fire. Puts the fire on.
Do you know what I can see? We've had the most complete dirty
Puts the cotton
drive
buds
up.
between the toes.
We've had the most dirty drive up. Me and you were like filthy. We look like we've aged like 8 years.
We've already cracked open a can of something.
It's like the bird. We're passing a flask around just trying to stay alive. We go in
warm.
and this guy's all glowing. He's got the
I went to the spa and I had a facial.
In the 10 minutes, we'll get the bags, we'll come back. He's already fucking... He's shiny.
She's got the glow. Johnny, you've got a glow about you.
That's funny because it's true.
No, but how cool would it be? I've never seen snow, so I'd love to go and see snow and stuff.
If you organise it, I'm in.
Yeah, done, man. I'd love to go. Honestly, Hotham, Bulla, wherever. I don't know what the whole thing is. This guy's dying. You can just see Johnny.
Hot chockies, anyone?
I've got the marshmallows in the fire.
Thermos is set to 40. Don't touch it, anyone.
Boys, come in, you'll catch a death of cold.
I laid out your robes on your beds for you.
Tell you what, Johnny, you'd make a nice housewife for some lucky dude out there one day. Yeah, fuck. Nah, but being in the snow would be sick, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what's funny though? I know we're picturing him with like hot chocolate and like muffins and shit, but
Muffins a new one?
no, like muffins coming out of the fucking oven.
Yeah, it's popping hot.
Ding!
Knowing this guy, being the dirty gully rat that he is, he'd be too lazy. He'd have like the cookie dough tube.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just
eating it like...
just
Yeah.
like contrast.
Yeah, complete contrast.
In your mind, it's all soft and warm, but really you're sitting there in your jocks eating cookie dough out of a tube, drinking bourbon. Come in, guys.
Throwing the old cans into the fire.
Yeah, I think
There we go.
We're just staring at it like, what the fuck? It went south quick, man.
We've been here 2 hours. There's chocolate on the fucking couch. Wrappers on the floor.
He's eating everything out of the minibar.
Mini packets on the fucking table.
Crumpled up. Yeah. They look like they've gone through some terrible experience. It's like mangled ciggy packets. Just burnt the curtains.
So which one am I?
I don't know.
You're both, man. I can see both.
Both wrapped into one little sweet bundle.
Sweet bundle. It's great.
Man, I think I'm going to need another swig of this. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm on the drugs, man.
Does that have codeine in it?
Vicodin.
Yeah.
It's got... Each 10 mils contains dihydrocodeine tartrate, 19 milligrams of sorbitol, 4.4 grams.
Johnny's like, pass that shit over.
This shit, I looked it up. It's like 150 times stronger than regular codeine.
Now I want a swig of it.
This is over the counter. This stuff. Did I tell you about it?
Yeah, you mentioned it on the last podcast.
It was the Violet Crumble.
Yeah.
The day this guy, man, I'd come home, I was sick as a dog. I'd left work and I was fucked. And then I started talking to this guy. I'd gone to Wavos to buy chicken soup shit. And I bought this. I went to the chemist and I said to the kid, hang on, I need a swig because I'm fucking choking.
Just dying. Get that codeine hit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
It's so American.
Oh, this, yeah.
just taking the swig of the cough medicine.
Oh, dude, just like a guy from 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Chemist. Shit, this is, what do you got there? This is like, it's cough syrup.
What's his name? The tall guy.
Oh, that's, you're thinking about...
Oh, no.
I'm talking about the actual chemist. The guy from Roseanne.
He's got the glasses on. He's like,
what are you, a cup? Yeah. I went to the chemist and I asked this kid, like I walked in, I looked fucked, and he goes, what's wrong? I go, listen, I've got this dry cough, it's keeping me up. Can't sleep, I need something. So he told me to take the day-night cordials, and he says, all right, and for your cough, he goes, I got two things. One is this thing, and then there's this thing. I go, what's this thing? Because this cough syrup is the strongest shit I can give you over the counter without a prescription. I go, what's in it? Codeine and a bunch of other shit. I'm like, okay. I go, any side effects? You might get woozy. He goes, but you won't have a problem sleeping anymore. I'm like, pass it over.
Give me.
Literally. I went home. I was sitting on the couch, right? I just took a swig, put it down. Then this guy started texting me about the chocolate, and then we started talking about the Violet Crumble.
underrated.
Yeah. And I go, you know what? I feel like a fucking Violet Crumble. I'm getting up. I'm going back to Wavos right now to buy one. I stood up. And I got the shakes. I had to sit down again.
Wow.
Dude, I had
Strong
a sip.
shit.
I had a sip of this shit.
And now you drink it like water.
I got in my car and I drove to fucking Wavos. I thought I was going to stack the car. It's probably the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
Wow.
But you still got your Violet Crumble.
Oh, yeah, I did. That was the best Violet Crumble I've ever had in my life.
Have a little swig.
Yeah, sure. Actually,
Hey,
get more.
it's weird to bring that up. Actually, it's something that irks me, right? Chemists, pharmacists.
Are you just having it for the sake of having it?
I've got a dry cough.
I haven't heard you cough once. I'm trying. Relax. It's got the guzzle the whole thing. Is there anything in the bottle? The bottle's dry.
Nah.
That's serious. This scumbag drank me dry.
You know what? It's the gully rat.
Yeah, but you see?
Dude.
Like with the halloumi sandwich before. You want something? No, I don't. I gave him that big long piece of halloumi. Just gobbled it.
Just even true, man.
Yeah, man. Like a duck.
Like a pelican.
Yeah, man.
Pharmacists shit me, like the way that they, like, as soon as you walk in there, they're like straight on you. And they make you feel shitty, like...
What do you mean?
Like,
What are you doing in pharmacy?
I used to have to buy Clear Eyes for like when I smoked like Billies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they'd always like just
Judge
I don't
you?
know, like feel like they're judging.
Well, you
me.
are in there.
Because you're in there getting clear. You think you're the first dude going in there to buy Clear Eyes?
Yeah, but like, why can't they just be like I can't just go in there and say I want these. Like, it's always questions and shit.
Because they don't want you to have an addiction.
Oh, what, to Clear Eyes?
No, but they know that you're bonging on or something. That's why you
Nasal
need Clear Eyes.
spray, clear eyes.
And then I went to get sleeping pills the other day because I'd been fucking just working around the clock and I just needed a good sleep. I asked her for the strongest sleeping pill she had. It took me straight to the herbal section, like the valerian.
Yeah.
And it took me literally like a minute or two to convince her into selling me the other stuff, like the...
Yeah, because the one thing they don't want to do is sell you something that you're going to get addicted to.
Yeah.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
it's just annoying.
How is that
Fucking
annoying? They don't want you to have an addiction.
No, because I said to her, I was explaining, like, these ones won't help. I need the strongest you have. And she just kept trying to sell me to the fucking
I
herbal
thought you were
shit.
going to off yourself.
Yeah.
The way you probably came in all desperate, like, I need
Give me what you got.
This guy's going to off himself or something.
No, I was just like, look, I'm on night shift and I just need like a good night's sleep. I can't sleep during the day. I just need the strongest stuff you get so I can just pass out and get a good sleep. Straight over to the herbal section. Look, I recommend the blah, blah, blah. Oh,
Yeah, because the last thing they want to do is sell you chemicals, man, that you're going to get addicted to. Like codeine, man. Codeine's got
Fucking annoys
very
me.
addictive.
Johnny goes, I need some heroin.
He walks in, he's already got the belt wrapped around his arm.
I put my own
I love
spoon.
it. You go in, hang on, man, that makes no sense. You're irked because the chemist gives you like sideways glances when you go in there looking for Clear Eyes. When you're stoned off your head.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just need some Clear Eyes. Just look at you.
Yeah, and then they're like-
I would judge you, let alone someone that's come in trying to get
No,
Clear
but
Eyes.
why
off
can't you
me.
just be like, here you go? Not like, oh, okay, so have you had this before? What do you need it for? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I have to make up some shit
And
about
you put it on my
allergies.
knob because I smashed too much box.
Yeah, that's what I should have said.
Yeah, you should just give us something random. But like, man, just give me the
It
Clear
just
Eyes.
annoys me.
No,
Like,
it's 'cause
I'm an
it's-
adult. I want Clear Eyes. Give them to me. Like, fuck off.
I love it. I'm an adult.
Give them to me now.
Now.
As a tanty.
And same as it's the same with the sleeping pills. I did my research. I knew what I wanted, and she was giving me a hard time for them. And eventually, she gave them to me, and I'm like, "Thank you," and just fucking walked out. But
Oh, you got to pay for that. Fuck off.
no,
You know who you are? You're, what's his name?
like they think they're doctors or something. The way they come up to you and
Well, they're
Fuck
selling
off.
drugs.
They know what they're talking
yeah,
about.
but if it's over the counter, they shouldn't give me a hard time over it. It's not like I'm asking them for a prescription or something like that I don't have a prescription for.
Well, no,
I'm
but
just here to pick
selling
up my,
something addictive, what's it called? Addictive traits, the components.
Johnny
Doesn't
rocks up.
matter. I told her.
They've got to exercise some form of responsibility. No one's just a loose jug. It's like, yeah, pills for all.
That's-
Do you know what I mean?
That's the point, though. I told her the whole story. Like, I went in saying, like, I knew what I wanted.
Like, I'm stoned. I want my fucking Clear Eyes.
Because when you're stoned, you're a little bit, like,
You know who you are?
paranoid.
This is who you are, dude.
So I'd always make up some shit about allergies or something.
Hey,
Like,
this is who Johnny is, man. And it's pretty funny because I only know this because of Johnny.
oh, bad loot. Oh, yeah.
Who brought him in?
Movie's Bad Lieutenant
That's
with
his
Nick
question,
Cage, and he's got like a
Prescription.
opiate addiction, so he's got like a
Be there
bad
in
back.
10 minutes. Tell him I'm on my way.
That's a
Tell him if he puts
prescription.
his hands on this guy, he's going to have a problem.
He's in a chemist, yeah.
I don't give a shit, Armand. You tell him to take a fucking break.
She crazy. They don't pay me.
Excuse me, could you tell me how much longer that's going to be?
Trying to get his prescription.
Hello, miss. I'm a lieutenant in the police department. I'm in the middle of a homicide investigation. Can I get my prescription, please?
Do you see I'm on the phone?
He just walks around the counter.
You can't come back here.
You got me waiting 30 minutes so you can make a personal phone call.
Be back.
He's He's just going through the drugs.
This is a great movie.
Yeah, man.
This is it.
Come on, guy.
Police emergency. This is it.
You know, cop.
What's that look like?
Then why are you acting all crazy for?
This is $23 with my copay, right? Here's 40. Get everybody a drink. Get the fuck out of my way.
That's Johnny.
That's Johnny, man.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Seriously, he just cracks his shits.
I love this. See me on the phone.
It's only because of Johnny. I know
Johnny
that movie as
flips.
well. Dude, that's you.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm not after fucking prescription shit. I just wanted some sleeping tablets and some Clear Eyes.
He's trying to reason with it, like fucking, what's it called?
He's
Make it okay.
Yeah.
Because every time I go into the pharmacy, right, I do my research beforehand, so I go in there knowing what I want. But they always give me the runaround, like, and try and sell me to something else.
Yeah, because they don't know that you know what you want. To them, you're just another gully rat. Like me,
I
man.
fucking explain it to them. Like, that's the thing, and they still try and fucking sell me to something else.
Yeah, but they're always going to do that. They go to.
Yeah, but was it more expensive? Is the herbal shit more expensive?
It probably would have been.
Upsell.
It was like in a little bottle
Absolutely,
and shit.
and they know the herbal shit's crap.
It's
so
crap.
they're probably trying to get rid of it off the shelf.
Dude,
Absolutely.
I read online it does nothing.
Absolutely,
The guy
man.
tested them and he said, this is the one you want, the antihistamine. So I went in there with that knowledge.
And said, I want that.
And it fucking took me like 2 minutes of talking to her to get them. I'm just like,
Antihistamine
this shouldn't be an
tweets
issue. Just give me the fucking pills. Like, seriously.
Give me my fucking
Bitch.
pills. This is such a dark episode, man. Just give me my fucking pills.
Fuck off.
Seriously,
He's
man.
40, both on a drink.
He's jonesing, just scratching his ass.
Dude, because it was just after an 8-hour midnight shift as well. So I just wanted to get home and sleep. Like, I'd had enough. And she's giving me the
Your body
runaround.
doesn't pass out after 8 hours at midnight?
Oh, I'd been moving shit to like Gippsland and all that. Like, I was just overtired and I don't sleep well during the day. So I just wanted to get a good catch up.
Have you got those shutout blinds in your room or anything? You should get them, man. Invest in them. I'm
The house is moving out of.
This actually brings me back to remember my invention I told you guys about?
Oh, you never told us about. That was like fucking 8 months ago.
Yeah.
That was literally like 8 episodes in.
Yeah. That's what it sort of brings it back to, the shutout blinds.
Here we go.
Finally, we're hearing it.
That's-
I'll tell you after the episode so no one can take my idea.
God. $10 you forget about it again.
No. I'll tell you after the episode.
I completely forgot about that stupid.
Are you talking about window tinting?
You're talking about common window tinting? You know
what's funny?
Nah, it's an invention.
I had someone turn around the other day.
And I reckon it's going to make millions. And I'm not going to say it on air, otherwise someone will steal it.
Get the idea.
You haven't even heard his rabble, man. You're talking to him. Are you serious?
Hey, what's wrong with me?
This guy's saying patented. Like, you don't trust the word
All right,
you got to
wait.
say.
I'll tell you afterwards, right? And you'll be impressed, because
You know
I think it's
what's
a good
funny?
idea.
Jimmy Foster Columbia has already done that.
By the time we take a break,
And-
I'm already like Googling
No.
something. Like, hey, man, put this in.
I don't have those shutout blinds, and it's fucking annoying.
You need those blinds.
That
I
little
remember
bit of
someone
light.
had them that used to do night shifts in hospitals or something. And the one time I actually went into their room to grab something, it was just pitch black.
Realised how awesome it
You
was.
couldn't see
Yeah, man.
anything.
Well, a lot of the old wogs have them.
Yeah.
That's what you need to sleep properly.
Yeah, I was going to say was like that. Your invention was something we referenced literally in the first month or two of the
man.
podcast.
Yeah.
And we've been busting your ass, and then we
Like
just forgot about
second
it.
month. It would have been the second month of podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
I have people still asking me about the goat story.
Oh, the goat
Right.
story.
My sister asked me about it yesterday.
Yeah. Seriously, people still ask me about
Oh,
the goat
Billy.
story, or they find like some little thing to reference. I'm like, oh, what's more about this and that? I'm like, what are you talking? I've forgotten because to us, it's not a scripted thing. It's just a
And
conversation.
the way you brought it up and stuff. You know what my sister said? Did he sexually provoke her? I go, no! that's what people think.
Yeah, but I love how no one's actually said to me, what's the invention that Johnny was talking about? No one remembers
It comes
the
back to the
invention.
goat.
No.
It always goes back to the goat.
Wait.
Or something fucked up.
Wait, I don't think I ever referenced the invention on the podcast.
No, you did.
I don't think I did, dude.
You said that you had a sweet invention that's going to make us millions.
No, dude, I'm pretty sure.
I'm telling you, because I remember hearing it.
No, I did tell you guys in the dojo, but I'm pretty sure it was before an episode.
No, you said it on air. You said it during a recording. I'm telling you because you're like.
I really don't think so.
No, because I said to you, forget hard work, forget like going through the motions and like setting in your steps. He's like, nah, done. One quick invention, make millions, see ya.
And you reckon we said that on a podcast?
You said it. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guaranteeing it.
Well, it's still been lingering in my mind, and it's still going to happen. And I'll tell you boys about it.
Yeah, and you haven't mentioned shit, man.
I still ponder
Actually,
it.
you know what? Speaking of drugs, did you see what's come up with the drug courts? Like lately, like the whole ice epidemic?
Oh, did you see this morning?
Oh, yeah, there was like a 900 kilo siege.
I have it written down here on my thing.
You serious?
Yeah. They hit it in floorboards.
Yeah, up in Nunawading somewhere.
It's like a record bust for Australia.
Yeah, over $900 million.
Was it 900 kilos?
Yeah.
Do you know how much 900 kilos is, man?
900 million.
No, like think about it. Like,
Oh,
Dude,
it's just
it's
under a
almost
ton.
Like
so,
it's
so
a
a car,
ton.
a 1 ton rodeo.
yeah,
That's how I always,
like
I always think
a
of.
1 ton a 1 ton
One-ton
rodeo.
rodeo.
Dude, that's powder. Powder weighing
Shard.
as much as a fucking car.
That is a lot of ice.
Me and your cousins will go through in a week.
Just dive into it.
He just plows his face.
Like like Scrooge McDuck in his millions.
oh yeah, just
spitting it
diving,
out.
yeah, swimming in
Do you
the
reckon
mud.
do you reckon when all the junkies saw it, they're like, no,
Yeah.
no!
Yeah,
Like, cunt beats his missus for it. You know, like,
well, let me ask you, what do you reckon cops do with that shard?
they take a little bit and sell it back on the streets.
They always say that they're going to destroy it.
They said it's roughly 900, kilos. No,
Give or take a little.
It ends up being 360 kilos.
Yeah. And there's like one briefcase with like just remnants.
You're telling
of
me the
powder in
first cunt on the scene doesn't go, whoop, thank you, and then they release the statements.
Yeah, man.
it? They would.
Corrupt. We all know that.
Everyone, like, okay.
And they come back to the little fucking Bobby and they say, here, sell this for me.
Do you reckon?
Make a cut? Man.
Hang on. Look, I'm not going to say that all our elected officials, all our
No.
are corrupt.
I'm saying there'd have to be some
But,
form of
yeah.
corruption in the police force around the world. It's just around the
There
world.
was that big thing that there was that big where they fucking literally raised the entire cop force because of the level of corruption.
Yeah.
But think about like all the other countries, right? Like the Philippines, Indonesia. Like Indonesia, man, we tried to bribe a traffic cop for like trying to pull us over for not stopping at a light or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, relax, you don't need to do that. Like, just don't worry about it. Right? But they're bribe, like India, same thing. You know, they, Pete, he was on his way to a meeting or something when he was in India and they were speeding. Copper pulls him over. They gave him a couple bucks. The copper ended up giving them an escort at like high speed.
Oh, wow.
Like literally.
Yeah.
It's that level of where,
Like, we wouldn't get that here.
yeah, here I don't like, here it's not like that.
You'd be
no.
more undercover
Could
stuff.
you imagine trying to bribe a cop here in Melbourne?
No way.
You'd get thrown to the ground and a knee in your back.
And then
for
you're
sure.
back, and you wouldn't see Dave for like 2 years or
Oh,
something.
dude, easy.
Yeah.
This place is.
But can you imagine like other countries where it's expected to like if you don't tip off a cop, then you're fucked.
I know Thailand, big time. Like you can just bribe them.
Oh yeah,
In Europe, man.
Europe. Yeah, all the
Greece.
Eastern states. Greece.
Dude, you go to Greece, it's like I push you over, just go, here's a pack of smokes and here's 50 euros or whatever
off.
it is, 20 euro, go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you, the cops there don't give a fuck. Like, it depends how serious the crime is, obviously. But man, I told you, like,
Lot more lenient.
me and my cousin, 180, 200 down the freeway, man. Cop just, their shirt open, cigarette in his mouth, summertime, couldn't give a fuck, hat up, half on his head. Just imagine the greasy Greek
Yeah.
guy, copper.
And that's what pisses me off, man, because when people say to me, could you live overseas? Or, why wouldn't you want to live in Greece? It's so fucking lovely. I'm like, yeah, but you haven't lived there. You've been there as a tourist on Australian dollars.
Yeah.
But you
Try
haven't-
earning a third of what you're earning. Everything costs fucking the same or more. And then the worst part about it is there's no order because you can't just go to the store and buy this. You always got to expect someone to be hustling you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just all
There's always a different motive.
It's all backwards, man.
Yeah.
It's all fucking backwards. Everything.
Like for a holiday, man, go nuts.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
And
gonna
that's
love
like
it.
every country across the world, man. Like I think that's probably one of the biggest fear factors of like moving overseas somewhere if you don't have faith in like the system as far as law and order, politics, as in faith where no one's going to be acting against what you're expecting them to do. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You don't want to fucking call a cop and then be worried that he's going to come around and like rob you. And then
Yeah.
leave.
Well, that's
I mean, that's a reality in some countries, man.
Yeah, for sure.
the Eastern Bloc, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to point fingers and say, "Oh, yeah, this country's fucked."
No.
I'm just saying
in general.
where facts lie. Like if you look it up in the world, like police corruption, just Google police corruption.
You'll all come up with
You
countries.
see what comes up. Like what other fucking people deal with, and that's why I keep saying we are so lucky to be like in Melbourne, man.
Yeah.
Like we could just go out and do whatever we want and don't have to
Don't have to worry, yeah.
about having a cop fucking molest you or have an official just take your money. Like we bitch about the politicians, but they're not. It's not openly corrupt to the point where we know they're crooked and it's expected for them to be bribed off because that's just the way the system goes.
Yeah.
We just know they're dickheads and they just waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
Do you know what politics are, man? Have you seen? Do you ever watch like Channel 2, like when they have like those, just like during the day when they have open parliament and you can see like
question time
and all that sort of
question
shit?
time, yeah.
Dude, this is how fucked up Australia is, like our culture. Aussie politics is essentially just stand up.
Yeah.
It's stand up comedy.
Yeah.
They get up and they just start taking the piss.
They try and
out
make
of
each other laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just literally cunts at the pub.
Yeah.
Just making each other laugh. The way we do.
Yes.
Yeah. The way we do.
It's
like,
hilarious.
They just talk shit about the other person like they're roasting them on a fucking...
Never agree on anything.
No. But it's like a celebrity roast on the comedy... what's the network?
Comedy Central.
Comedy Central.
Yeah.
I was watching it. I'm like, these
a
guys are
roast.
funny. Like, they're funny. Like, Shorten is actually making me laugh right now.
Pop a pill and just like...
Yeah. Dude, drop a molly or have like a rum. Yeah. You sit there and just laugh.
They all yell at shit from the audience and stuff. Like, just...
Yeah, it's a fucking roast.
You're a dickhead!
literally.
It's a roast.
Order!
And that order does nothing. They just keep yelling.
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
keep
shut
yelling.
up!
Yeah. And
they're all fucking...
It's the funniest thing because with Australian culture and like our vocabulary and the way like we speak and that sort of stuff, we're so laid back and just take the piss. Like, I don't know if we've ever said it on a podcast, but I remember saying it to my mum once. I was at her house watching footy or something. And I just said to her, this is Australian broadcasting. Like these guys on like, commentating on the footy or the Olympics or whatever the fuck they're doing. It's like televised nationally and this is what everyone's tuning into. But if you hear the way they talk, it's like they're in a pub and they don't give a fuck. They're just taking the piss out of everything. They're so like, you watch American broadcasting, like you watch the NFL or something.
Well, okay, yeah.
Welcome back to CNN, blah, 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 blah. Today we have that. Here it'd be like, g'day mate, this is, Greg,
Mickey.
Greg on the, footy show and, we've got, Baz here and, we're going to hear a bit more about his, weekend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the live wrapping up stats over in Chicago coming in from Illinois and blah, 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 blah. It's like, the fucking contrast, man, it's massive.
It's just not as professional, I guess you could say.
Yeah, we're not professional.
Nah.
Australians are not professional by nature, man. We don't give a fuck. We're the most laid back people in the world.
I've got some stats for you.
Oh, here we go.
Being the stats, man. I got the 10 most corrupt police force in the world. Bobby. Pakistan.
Oh, yeah.
What is that, number 1? Number 10?
This is going 10 to 1.
10 to 1. So you can...
Russia. Sudan.
Yeah, bad. They're always in civil war, man.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Somalia.
Those poor Africans.
Iraq. Burma.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Greece yet.
Kenya. And number 2, Mexico. And number 1, what do you reckon?
Greece.
You reckon it's Greece? Nah, it's Haiti.
Oh, Haiti.
Oh, the Haitians.
Wow.
Yeah, they're fucked. They're fucked.
They reckon their whole police force are involved in separate gang organizations. The whole police force. Like, it's all fucked up.
Can you imagine that, though? Trying to call a cop because, you got robbed or something, and it's just the guy that robbed you? No, like, literally.
He comes back with your goods in his
Hey, you were the guy running away with my TV.
Yeah, did I
Shut
see?
up.
And he went around the block, put his hat on, and came back.
And then he just shoots you.
Just changes his accent. Hello.
Hello!
Shut up!
I stole nothing.
They're Haitians.
How do Haitians speak? I don't know.
They're Haitians. What do they speak in Haiti? Is it French Creole or some shit?
Yeah, it's that kind of...
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Haiti's a wonderful place, man. But...
So they had that crazy earthquake, right?
Oh, yeah, the earthquake. Did you ever see the We Are the World thing for that?
We are the world.
Dude, it was terrible. They did... I was in Europe when this came out.
I was waiting for Johnny to kick in.
I was about to, and I was like, actually, I can't sing, so I'm not going to do it.
I thought you had a Bobby Sweet voice.
I can, but my throat's a bit dry and sore.
Sorry.
Dude, in Haiti, the official language is French, and the unofficial is Haitian Creole, right?
I speak Haitian Creole. Funny about that.
Jeez, man. You have trouble reading menus at French restaurants, but you speak Haitian Creole.
He has trouble going to Macca's and reading the dollar menu.
Yeah, not just French, but like Haitian Creole, like that intricate.
Escargot.
That's
cheese.
Yes, they'll be selling escargot.
And cheese and bread. Croissant.
You mean croissant?
It's pronounced croissant.
It's actually croissant.
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 Stickball.
Oh my god.
Sweetly.
How did you find a stickball reference in Haitian French Creole?
Just came to my mind, so I said it.
You're fucked.
Hey, can we get back to after this? I want to get back to something and go.
I was just going to say, I was in Europe when they did when the Haiti earthquake hit, and they remade We Are the World, but they did it modern day with like
Bieber.
T-Pain.
We are the world,
Yeah. Dude, it was terrible.
Oh, I can imagine.
And Kanye West, Haiti, I'm gonna let you finish, but
they replaced.
Earthquake did demolish.
I am the future.
808. Speaking of which, the guy that created the 808 passed away like a week ago, a couple of days ago.
Oh.
This Japanese dude,
Japanese, of course he was.
This guy,
I love Japanese.
worked in like a piano shop or something. Like, if you look it up, hang on a second. I was reading about him, man, because I mean, obviously, like with the whole audio producing thing, like that sort of shit pops up.
What was his name? Nagoto Takamashi.
No. Yeah.
Suzuki Yamamoto.
Suzuki. Suzuki.
That's his first name.
That's the go-to. Suzuki. Dude.
Was it Dr. Suzuki?
His name's Ikutaro Kakehashi.
Close.
Right? He was an engineer. Get this, man. This is what always gets me about like these entrepreneurs, yeah? Like Bill Gates, like Steve Jobs, all these entrepreneurs, all these fucking wizards, yeah?
You throwing the 808s guy in with Bill Gates?
Yeah, well, hang on. I'll tell you why.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This guy was an engineer and entrepreneur.
I take that back.
Founder of Japanese manufacturers, Acetone, Roland Corporation, and ATV. Right? Roland synthesizers, yeah? If anyone doesn't know, the Roland synthesizer, the most common sound from it would be the 808 kick sound, and that's like in trap music, that's an 808.
Yo, Bobby P.
So
yo,
you
yo,
turn on
yo.
the radio, 8 times out of 10, it's going to be an 808 sound somewhere, just if it's a club track especially, right? Right? This guy started Acetone, okay, which was an organ company that became Hammond Organ. Now, you know what a Hammond organ is, right? Hammond are literally the most popular organs in the world. Like all the rock band, Deep Purple, all those
guys had
would use Hammond organs. He started the company that became Hammond, right? He founded, at 16 years old, he founded the Kakehashi clock store. He started a clock store. And then at 16.
Mad scientist.
Right? 16 years old. Then 7 years later, he started Kakehashi Radio Electrical Appliance Store, which was repairing electronic organs, yeah? Then, that was in the 50s, and then at 28, he decided to devote himself to music entirely, and he had the pursuit of the ideal electronic musical instrument.
808.
So, in 47, he was 16, so then in 1960, which is 13 years later, so he's 29 years old, he started Ace Electronic Industries, and then 4 years later, he developed a hand-operated electronic drum. So the first, like, synthesizer drum things, yeah?
I used to have one of those. That was great.
Yeah, right? He didn't commercialize it. He patented it, like a drum machine, and like a drum machine.
Yeah.
You know, anyone that knows what they are. Just
with the pads, yeah.
Just whatever. Dude, that company, with all its presets and shit, would later go and become, it was a joint venture with Hammond USA. And they became a joint thing, right? Then, in 72, he founded the Roland Corporation and then became president, just kept working on drum machines and shit. And he made the 808, it's the most famous drum machine of all time. Dude,
now I see why you lumped him in with Bill Gates. That guy's a genius.
This guy's a fucking genius. And that's the thing. These entrepreneurs,
Mr. Suzuki, I believe.
Disrespect the dead man by calling
Suzuki.
him
Suzuki.
I take my hat off to you, my friend.
His name is Suzuki Tamagotchi.
So it's funny. So like all these like hip hop beats and tracks all came from this nerdy Asian dude.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
This little guy
with glasses, probably.
Scott Storch, Little John, fucking T-Pain, all these dudes just making...
Wait, what was his name?
You can thank Suzuki for that, boys.
It wasn't Suzuki Tamagotchi.
It was
Tamagotchi.
Hang on. His name was
Kakawachi?
Ikutaro Kakehashi. So Ikutaro.
Shikomi?
No, Kakehashi. Kakehashi.
Jeez, Nick, how you spell?
Because this guy had it down pat off the
Suzuki Tamagotchi.
Hopeless.
Dude, I saw...
That's the face of hip-hop, my friends.
Dude, that right there is the face of fucking modern-day trap music.
Absolutely. Right there.
That's not even a joke.
Yeah, that's legit.
If it wasn't
that's
for
legit.
him, you wouldn't have all the famous sounds right now.
No.
Seriously.
What a
Chris
mad
Brown's
dog.
albums. Everyone...
Kanye's album's called 808s and Heartbreaks, right?
Kanye, when was that? 2006?
Yeah.
Do you know what 808 means in penal code? Disturbing the peace.
Really?
Yeah.
No
How
shit.
sick is that? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's penal code for disturbing the peace.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
and then the bass drops. Disturbing the peace.
Kanye made that album, 808s and Heartbreaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? That was 2006 something. I remember because I
around there.
started doing, I was doing audio engineering at the time. Dude, that was 2006 and everyone's like freaking out like it's the best thing ever. Kakehashi over here had that sound already engineered in like the 60s.
The penal code for disturbing the peace refers to the sound of the bass from the stereos.
Yeah.
But they use it as a penal code in the jails.
Yeah.
Disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
So, because when the bass drops, you're disturbing the peace. It's not quiet anymore.
All because of this Japanese.
I wonder if Kakehashi had any visions of that when he was creating it.
No shit.
That's
when
crazy,
he,
man.
47, when he was 16 years old and he started a radio, he was working at a radio clock store.
Dude, he started a clock store. That means he was like tinkering with clocks and stuff,
Yeah.
like the mechanics and
Yeah.
stuff. What a genius,
And
man.
then he thought to make a drum machine. But that's, man, I've been seeing a lot.
Do you reckon he would walk up into the music store and trying to say, "What up, player?" Oh, what up, player?
You know that like fucking that lute music and shit, like in the flutes and shit, like typical
Hey, that's green
you know the typical Japanese music, like like that whistle. Kakehashi jumps out of his jeep or his
Crib walking.
yeah, dude. The last 2 weeks, I keep seeing the same memes go up on the net, like on Instagram and stuff. And it's a picture of there's one of Zuckerberg from Facebook and Bill Gates. And there's like they're sitting together. There was another one of like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, I think, and another one of like just random entrepreneurs like that. And it said like the one with Zuckerberg and Gates said something like 900 something billion between the two of them, and not one Gucci belt.
It's true.
Yeah.
Why be
Think about
flashy
it.
for?
What did Steve Jobs wear every fucking day?
Dude, black
And he was
skivvy.
he was notorious for it.
Skivvy.
Skivvy.
Skivvy?
Yeah.
And slacks.
The jeans, the high-waisted fucking navy jeans, and
just
sneakers.
Yeah, that's it.
Zuckerberg wears the same fucking
T-shirt.
That T-shirt. He's
Yeah.
got a cupboard. You can see it like Batman.
It's got that beige-coloured T-shirt.
that beige-coloured T-shirt and his chinos every fucking day.
Just a simple life, man.
Gates. They used to make fun of him for looking that plain and dorky with the fucking store-bought, like the bowl chop haircut, the dorky glasses, and just the
white shirt or
Yeah, the
whatever,
white
yeah.
shirt over underneath the fucking wind cheater.
Yeah.
And Zuckerberg said, I remember reading an interview with him, and he said, why do you have literally the same fucking outfit? It's like, because I don't want to have to sit here and focus on this shit every morning, and I've got more important shit to worry about. I just want to get up and get ready and go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is, mate, that's the best way.
No shit.
It's amazing.
It's like Kakehashi as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Old Kaki.
yeah, but the second these, like, some random
Suzuki.
celebrity gets, an inch of fame and a bit of money,
That's it.
they start investing in, like, the dumbest fucking accessories I've ever considered
Yeah.
in man.
Yeah.
Johnny, would you be like that?
No. I'm a very
Humble, are you-
unmaterialistic man.
Humble person.
I could see us.
No, not another ripping. I can't handle it. I can't take it. Stop.
You know what?
Stop.
His first paycheck comes back with a monster truck.
I can see this podcast in like a year's time getting a tiny mention in like Beat magazine or something, and me and this guy like text each other like, "Hey man, did you see? That's pretty cool." Next podcast, this guy rocks up in our gold Hummer.
We made it, boys.
2 women. They're like, what is this? We're moving up. You'd be like Rima from basketball.
No. Or he'd be like, "Sorry, boys, I've got a name for myself now. I'm leaving. That's not right."
Rima from basketball when he sells out and he just comes rocking up to all the games. He's got like,
Wait, it's not Rima.
yeah, it's Rima.
Nah.
Yeah, Matt Stone's character.
Is it Rima?
Shut up, Rima. Yeah, don't you remember? Fucking sellout. You don't remember basketball?
No, I love basketball. I just didn't think his name was Rima.
His name's
Rima.
Rima, man.
Reba.
Rima.
Oh, Rima.
Look it up. I'm telling you. I'm not lying. Stats, please. Look up the movie Basketball.
Because you got Squeak.
Squeak, yeah.
Yeah.
Squints Polari.
Yeah. Oh my god, best movie ever.
Yeah, man. Basketball, I've spent way too long watching that, man. Yeah, but
Doug Rima.
Doug Rima.
Doug, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Rima. They call him Rima.
Yeah.
But you'd be like him. How he's got,
So I was kind of
he's
right.
got someone to run the bases for him that
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah,
him.
the stunt double.
I love
Yeah.
that Ernest Borgnine was that in the movie, man.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking Borgnine.
I guess time finally ran out for the old cocksucker. Jenny McCarthy's polishing the knobs. Gets the chrome off the top.
Laying the carpet.
Yeah. Right.